tell the people where we're going, what we're doing.
What we're doing?
We haven't said that for a while, have we?
We haven't said that for a bit.
I feel like we lost a little catchphrase that wasn't really a very good catchphrase to begin with. But
still,
what are you going to do?
Deal with
it. What are you going to do? Yeah. Right, I think at the end of the last video, you'll have seen us put the engine back in, get it running just in my garage, but it's not actually been through the gears or anything yet. We've not actually driven it on the road at all. So yeah, we're going to do that very soon. A couple of things we just need to do before then though. We've got to replace this belt that runs the alternator and water pump and everything, comes off the crank pulley. We've got to replace that because it keeps jumping off and it's kind of damaged itself a bit. And also, now that it's been through the first few heat cycles, we've got to flush the oil out, put new oil in, new oil filter, and then we're good to go. You can see I've packed the bare essentials for the first test drive. Fire extinguisher, ratchet with a 14mm socket so that if the belt jumps off again we can release the tensioner and put it back on. OBD port reader, which could come in handy if the check engine light comes back on. And scissors for no real reason. This
Look
is like
at the state of that.
the worst conditions to test drive a car with shit tyres and a new engine and a new clutch.
So bad. But
so far so good.
so far,
Yeah.
so good.
We've not been above like 30 mile an hour yet really, have we? We're just taking it steady. It's okay. It's okay. The coolant temperature's fine, oil temperature's fine. Hydraulic handbrake doesn't work. No, standard. Imagine if I pulled it then and it just fucking... what?
Imagine that.
I was kind of, actually as I did it, I was like, oh, this is a bad idea. What if the wheels lock up? Definitely not gonna, is it? Hey, have you heard the one about the handbrake?
Yeah.
We're fairly happy so far, aren't we?
Yep.
The engine's not falling out.
Temperatures are good.
Temperatures are good. I mean, you think it's worth just stopping and have a quick butchers under the engine bay?
Yeah. Probably have a quick look and then jump back in, do a few more runs.
Let's have a quick pit stop.
Pit stop.
Pit stop in the pouring rain. Your torch. That's still on. It's still wobbles a bit though, doesn't it? Essentially wobbles more than usual.
Yeah. Looks good to me though.
All good, nothing's leaking. God, it's fucking horrible out here. Can we go back inside? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Right, so I'm just out for another quick test drive. It's raining again. Lovely. But yeah, just keeping an eye on temperatures, making sure everything works. I'm going to put a bit more load on it today, just rev it a little bit higher, a bit more throttle. Because so far yesterday we're only giving it sort of quarter throttle, half throttle. I spoke to the engine builder last night, just said, is it definitely okay now to just thrash it basically? He said, you know, build up to it and just, you know, yeah, you can start putting a lot more load on it now. Now it's had the oil flushed out of it. Yeah, I've missed that sound of the turbo dump valve. I'm quite impressed right now that we actually took an engine out of it. It's had all new internals put in it. We put it back in and everything's just working. Apart from the belt jumping off. It's a very minor thing in the grand scheme of things. I'm impressed. I'm driving around in this. It's all behaving absolutely normally. There's no leaks as far as we know. And I can just floor it in whatever gear I want and it goes. We'll see you in the next part. Well, it'll be the same video. The next clip you'll see will be us going to Fensport to get it mapped, I guess. So, yeah, we'll see you there. Yeah, we're on the way to pick up the GT86, but it's not really finished. It's,
you heard the one about the 86.
Have you heard the one about the 86? Right, we mentioned in the last vlog, which you might not have seen. I mean, I won't watch that.
I won't.
We mentioned that the turbo died, so it's got a new turbo now. Bigger turbo, better turbo, bigger intercooler pipes. But the next problem is the oil is getting into one of the cylinders, like pulling up on top of the piston. So, I mean, that doesn't sound very good.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, so we need to sort that problem out, basically. We need to find out where the oil's coming from, why it's getting in there, and get it fixed. Fensport don't want to push it too hard now with that issue, so it's only mapped to like a bar of boost at the moment, whereas before it was on like 0.8, so it's not going to be much quicker now. But the plan is to take it down to the engine builder.
Because Fensport can't or won't or can't fix it.
Yeah, Fensbot
They don't really do that.
Yeah, they don't really take engines apart, and also they're fully booked for like the next 2 months anyway. So it was a tight squeeze for them to get the new turbo fitted, considering it was only supposed to be going down to get remapped. So yeah, it's all got a bit messy.
So to Fensport, and then from Fensport to Swindon.
Yeah, so we're going to Fensport now. You're going to drive this back home.
Yep.
Then I'm going to drive the 86 from Fensport to the engine builder, which is like another 2.5 hours. Then I'm going to get a train home, which is like 5 hours, and then we'll somehow sort out going back to get
reverse,
it.
Yeah, somehow.
And hopefully that'll then have the oil issue fixed, and then we can get it remapped again at Fensport, probably in a month or something, because it'll take a while to book it in. And then we're golden.
We made it.
We made it.
We
did make it. And the car's still in one
Broken
piece.
GT86.
It's not broken.
GT4.
Alright, so we picked the 86 up, as you can see. Desperately need fuel, so that's the first job. Let's go get fuel. So far, so good. Hasn't blown up. That's pretty much all I can tell you at the moment. Right, I'm supposed to be driving sensibly and off boost, but one little pull can't hurt, surely. So we'll see what it's like with the new turbo and everything in the high boost map. Let's try it. It goes pretty well. It pops and bangs a lot as well. I don't know if you can really hear that on the camera, but a lot of pops, a lot of bangs. Always good. One more. Oh god, this is going to be fun when it's fully mapped and it's got even more boost. This is going to be fun. Okay, so I eventually got the car down to RE Performance, which is where the engine was rebuilt. This is not sponsored content or anything like that. He's not giving me a discounted price for mentioning his company in the video or anything like that. It is just purely that he's kind of gone out of his way to help me get this all up and running, so credit where credit's due. It turns out I probably didn't need to actually take it all the way down to him. It was quite a simple issue that could have been sorted elsewhere, but we just kind of instantly assumed, oh well, there's oil getting into the engine where it shouldn't be, and the engine's just being rebuilt, so it's got to be something that he's done wrong when he's built the engine, which it turned out was not the case at all. To cut a long story short, basically the catch can wasn't doing its job at all. All of the oil vapours and fuel vapour and everything was just going straight back into the inlet manifold, and then just running down through the inlet ports and back into the cylinder. So none of it was ever getting caught in the catch can, which is down to the way it was kind of set up, the way it was plumbed in. So yeah, once we realised that, Ricky just basically blocked off the recirc port that comes back into the inlet manifold so that it forces all the gas and everything to go to the catch can. So now that's all working as it should. No more oil getting into the cylinders, no more blue smoke from the exhaust, and we're good to go. Take it back to Fensport and get the final map done. Where are we going? What are we doing?
We're doing this journey yet again to get the 86.
I feel like this video so far has mostly been, we're going to pick up the 86, we're going to drop off the 86, we're going to pick up the 86.
But that is true to life, that's what it's been.
That's what it's been. But it's been spread out. You're seeing it in a 5-minute period. This has been spread out over a few months.
Yeah.
Like, because when did we take the engine out? Before Christmas, wasn't it?
Before Christmas.
It's now pretty much April.
Yeah.
A Bath?
Bath Punto.
A Bath Punto.
No, I'm not feeling them.
Yeah, so we took the engine out like 3 months ago, basically. And I've pretty much not driven it since, apart from just dropping it off at places. Basically now, the oil issue's been sorted, the engine's obviously been rebuilt, the map has been done by Fensport. They said they've got it running at about 1.2 bar, which is about 17 psi. So, decent amount of boost. And yeah, they said it pulls really well and it's going great. So, gonna go pick it up now, see just how good it is. See if it's a beast now.
Do it.
Because before it was 0.8 bar. And it was quick enough, and now 1.2 bar should be pretty rapid. So, and also, in fact, this will probably go in the same video. I'm doing a rolling road day on Sunday, so I'll figure out exactly how much power it's got. Let's place bets. How much power do you think?
What did I say the other day? 385.
So, yeah, I think that's what you get.
385.
I'm gonna go a little bit lower. Right, basing this on the stage 3 turbo, exact same setup as I had. Someone else dynoed it and got 325, I think. So stage 4 turbo and a bit more boost and forged internals. I'm going to say 370. 370. You're going 385.
385.
This is at the crank. I have no idea what it'll be at the wheels, but we'll find that out as well. What about torque? I've got literally no idea how much torque it was making before. So let's go stab in the dark.
Stab in the dark.
Bear in mind, this is 330 foot-pounds. The R8 is 590 foot-pounds.
Yeah.
So there's some gauges for you. I'm gonna go like 310 pound-foot at the crank. That's my guess. Where are you going?
I'll go 350.
350. You reckon more than this?
Tall, yeah.
Yeah.
Tall.
You might be right, to be fair.
385, 315.
385, 350. Right. Place your bets in the comments.
Place your bets. What do we win?
What do we win?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. This is fast now. I mean, it was fast before, but it's really fast now. Oh, it's a handful. It is a handful. And these corners are blind as fuck. So blind. Amazing. See that change from 5th gear to 4th gear without dying? You impressed? I'm impressed. Some fun roads, to be fair. You've got to be on it now on this. Like, you've got to pay attention. You've got to keep your wits about you, ready to catch a little bit of oversteer or just jump on the brakes quickly. It's a bit more of a handful now, but that's kind of good. That's what I was after, really. Something that spins the wheels up easily and just is a bit mad. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted. That's what I've got. Oh, that pop! It's so loud in here. Honestly, that it's ridiculous. Oh my god. Right, I'm on my way down to the rolling road day, which is a GT86 only day. But yeah, it's really early in the morning because we lost an hour's sleep last night because the clocks went forward. And this place is like 2.5 hours away from me anyway. So it's a pretty early start, but we're doing it. But yeah, I'll shut up because I know you just want to see the dyno. So let's go straight to that. Okay, so as you can see, peak power was 335 brake, and the torque I think was 275 pound-foot of torque, which is about 370 newton meters if I remember rightly. So yeah, quite a bit less than we were expecting. It's not really an issue because it drives a lot better than it did before. Like, it's a lot faster in the real world than it was before. But yeah, the figure is quite a bit lower than we thought. Yeah, I mentioned it to Fensport and they said, yeah, that does seem really low. For the amount of pressure we're running and the type of turbo we're running, that seems like a very low figure. Considering the stage 3 turbo with 0.8 bar of boost, someone got that dynoed at 325 brake. So for the stage 4 turbo and 1.1, 1.2 bar of boost to only make 10 peak brake horsepower more seems kind of odd. Now admittedly we've changed the compression ratio of the pistons, so that's going to mean we make slightly less power because we've got less compression ratio now. It's 10 to 1 instead of 12.5 to 1. So yeah, that's going to have an impact, but for it to overall only make 10 horsepower more. But then again, this is peak horsepower. It's probably got more in like other parts of the rev range and stuff like that, but yeah, peak horsepower only be 10 more seems a little odd. So Fensport was saying maybe the wheels were still spinning on the dyno or something, even though they were at first. The first run we did on the dyno was spinning the wheels like mad. So they strapped the rear subframe down to the ramp to try and sort of pull it down, and they were happy that the wheels weren't spinning. So I don't know, I'm not going to blame that as an excuse really, but I mean it doesn't bother me anyway because I've always said like I don't really care about the number, it's just how it drives, and it drives great now. So yeah, the main reason for going to this dyno day was just because one, it was really cheap compared to like if you wanted to just hire a dyno normally, and two, it was a GT86 meet or GT86 only day, so it was nice to just go down and meet other GT86 owners anyway. And there was a lot of nice people there. I had a good chat, a good laugh, there was a barbecue, so it was worth going. It was a good day out anyway. one other thing to point out as well is that when Fensport did the map, they said they could probably get more out of it, probably like another 20 or 30 brake, but they were doing everything on the safe side because they know I'm going to be drifting it and ragging it on the limit all the time. And yeah, it's just, I'd said from the start I want it to be safe, and the whole reason for getting forged internals and stuff was to make things safe, make it so it's not going to break even if I thrash it. So hopefully we're all good there. I would much rather that than be able to brag about an extra 20 brake on a dyno graph. And the next video will be the drift day in the GT86, so we'll see how well this extra power helps me out there. Hopefully a lot, because I'm probably going to suck if not. But yeah, that's going to be it for this series of videos on the engine, I guess. I don't think I'm going to do any more power mods. I can't bother to go bigger turbo or anything. It's already mental as it is, so yeah, I don't think I need any more power in it. Other mods that we are going to do to it though, get the hydraulic handbrake working and fit a new LSD, a 1.5 way LSD, so that should be fun. And we'll probably find some other stuff to do to it, I'm sure. Maybe anti-roll bars, because we've not actually done them yet. But yeah, that's it for this one, so we'll see you in the drift day video.